Hey everybody. So I'm in the mood to do content. Um, One of the things that popped up was Bethenny Frankel from The Real Housewives of New York. I believe, never watched it, by the way. I have watched Atlanta, but I've never seen the New York one. Anyway, but I'm familiar with her because of the whole skinny bitch thing. I think that was the name of it, Skinny Bitch Brand or something like that, whatever. Um, was that what it's called? I don't know. Anyway, here's my point though. Good products, by the way. I liked them. She did a video, which, by the way, are we going to comment on the fact that she looks younger now than she did, like, what was that, close to 20 years ago or something? Like, okay, girl, I see you. Anyway, but she did this video where she's talking about 50 something year old men. And in the video, she was just saying how messed up they are. And I got into a relationship many years ago with a guy who was at the time in his 50s. Yeah. Mind you, I was in my very early 30s and everything, I think. Yeah, I was in my early 30s and stuff, and he was like in his 50s. He was literally not just my dad's age, he was older than my dad. Yeah, I know that's weird. Okay, here's why I mention it though. The stuff that she said about 50 something year old men fit this guy that I had talked to. And I'm like, okay, so it's not just older women that get that guy. Younger women get that guy too, and it's not just a generational thing because now 50 something year old men are Gen Xers, whereas this guy was very much so a boomer, born in the 50s. So interesting. Anyway, I'm reading the comments though, and this is why I'm doing the video. And I'm seeing these women being super frustrated and agreeing, all the problems with dating men their own age, pretty much, which are in their 50s and maybe a little bit older than them. Like maybe they're in their mid to late 40s and they're dating guys in their 50s because women have been bred to go after men who are older than us, or our age, either our age or older, but almost never younger, right? And I saw one woman suggest, yeah, that's why I like being a cougar. Go for these 30 something year old guys. They're perfect. And what I wanted to say, because I knew that women who were like somewhere near my age or something, I mean, not necessarily like, I'm in my early 40s, so not necessarily my exact age, but somewhere in that range, we're going to say, no, 30 something year old guys are effed up too. But in my opinion, when you're the older woman and you're like very self-aware and also like kind of hip to the game and stuff, it's not the same for you as when you were a 30 something year old woman dating 30 something year old men, you know, because now you're coming from a place of experience and also confidence and so on. And I just think it's a different ball game compared to when you were desperately playing musical chairs trying to settle down because those eggs were, on like like TikTok, whatever, And so I just think it's different. But all that being said though, why I'm mentioning this is that I saw this very attractive woman in the comments. I would never guess that she had 30 something year old children. And she said, "Oh, I can never do that. I can never date a man my children's age." And for me there's so much wrong with that because I see more women say that than not just say like my children's age, because most of the women that I'm acquainted with don't have children in their 30s per se, but I just mean like they don't want to date a younger man. And again, we have been taught to date older men or men our own age, whatever, even when we are being shitted on by those men, we're still gonna, like, it's either them or nothing. And it's like, you know what, that's why you're gonna keep complaining in this circular thing until you get off the hamster wheel and understand that there's other things out there and be willing to try other things. Then, I mean, it's like if you say, oh, well, I'm only going to eat if there's filet mignon, and we don't have any effing filet mignon, okay, then you're going to starve. And I mean, because the thing is, I think that the women who are the happiest are the women who truly are content. And I think most of us don't understand that. And I'm putting myself in that category. Okay. I think most of us don't understand that. Don't get me wrong. I go through back and forth with this. Sometimes I can see, like, okay, I can see what these, like, cat ladies are saying. I'm with you, girl. And then other times I'm like, okay, I need a date. I'm miserable. Like, I need some affection or something. So I go through both. I'm going through both. But yeah, the women who are truly happy being quote unquote cat ladies, and I say that loosely, just, then yeah, you're good. This isn't your conversation. But the ones who are still like, oh, these men are so messed up and I can't find a man and all that kind of stuff, then you need to try other things, period. Like, or because we don't have filet mignon, baby. Maybe you'll find filet mignon if you live another day to eat it, but it's like, but you're starving right now, so see what's out there. That's all I'm saying. It's other things than filet mignon. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, but yeah, these, like, circular arguments, and meanwhile, the men who they're holding out for want women who are their daughter's age. Yeah. Okay. And then also, I've talked about this before, black women. Black women, same thing. We do the same damn thing. When it comes to race, we want to date black men. And I say as a collective, because I'm not with you on that one. But as a collective, I mean, I'm not against black men. I'm just saying I'm not exclusive to dating black men. But anyway, we say the same damn thing, and we talk about these men ain't shit, and they're this and they're that, like that. But you won't stop dating them, and you won't give other groups of guys a chance. So until you're ready to do that, you sound stupid. You sound like a clown. I'm just gonna say it, and I don't care who has a problem with it. You do. You do. You do. Okay, I'm sorry, sis. You do. I say that with love, okay? You want me to hold your hand when I say it. Seriously. It gets silly after a while. It's like, either be open to other things or shut the F up about it, because it is what it is. Damn. That's it. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.